Okay, we're recording. All right. Hey, everyone. I'm Nathan. This is
Hey,
Chris.
I'm Chris.
And we are the Ad Bros. And in today's episode, we go through a Home Depot commercial, Trulicity, which I guess is some sort of drug,
It's gonna be good.
and a Farmers Only commercial. Which should be
Oh yeah.
all right. So before we start, how you feeling about this, Chris?
I feel pretty awesome. I feel like watching some of these commercials to start, you can already just see that we're all gonna have a blast giving them a hard time. And I think we should jump right in.
All right, let's do it.
Do you love plants? Home Depot's the place to go.
Our garden apartments are gorgeous.
Oh, I bet they are.
Shrubs, trees. It's so big you go out and it looks like a jungle.
You see
A
green.
jungle? That's a bit extreme, Sally.
Yeah, you noticed how excited they are about these plants? This is what gets them out of bed every morning to go to Home Depot and work there. It's like, yeah, I mean, they roll out of bed and they're already ready for this day because of plants.
They're excited to take those plants, chop them up on a mirror, make sure they have their credit card or their dollar bill ready, and to snort them through
Right.
their nasal passage and
Right.
ingest.
Like cocaine, right?
I don't know. I've heard some stuff from people, but
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, let's see what else they have to say.
And you think, why didn't I bring my machete with me?
Whoa, Jim!
Yeah, so that's
you
what I
can't
want to
bring a
know. Is
machete
like,
to
is this
work.
guy carrying a machete around in his like the trunk of his car?
He definitely is. This is the kind of stuff. So this commercial aired in 1998. This is the kind of stuff that would make the news now, and old Jimmy over there would definitely get in trouble by HR.
Right. Why didn't I bring my machete with me? I don't know, because you can't really bring that in public, because that's dangerous.
Because we know you have anger issues, Jim, and we feel like you should leave that at home for the safety of other people that you work with.
Damn, yeah. Let's see what she saes. She's really, look how excited she is.
Look at the passion. Oh, get the hair ready.
Like touching her hair. She's getting like turned on by these plants.
With me.
Plant lovers will love Home Depot.
We have a guarantee with our plants, 1-year guarantee. If you ever have a problem,
1-year guarantee.
1
Let's
year?
analyze that.
For plants?
It's a
How?
plant. You know when you buy it, it's not going to go very far.
How is there a 1 year? Do they even last that long?
What would be the situation that you would be in where this plant it fails you like an electrical outlet and you return it? Go through a
Yeah.
scenario in your mind where you could return.
I don't
a
even
plant
know,
to
like,
Home
what would be the specifications for them to arrive at your house and determine if it's a defective plant or not? It just seems-
Well, it looks like it's wilting on this side, but for the most part on this other side, it looks like it's pretty much upright.
Right.
We can't honor the warranty bill.
I don't even know. Yeah, I wonder what that would warranty would be on a plant.
1 year?
1 year manufacturer's warranty on a plant. It's like there's no manufacturer.
Not a television.
We get truckloads of plants in on a regular basis, so we have full stock all the time.
See, now she's very proud that truckloads of plants are showing up at her
Truckloads.
doorstep
I don't know if you
there.
heard that last part. She's addicted to plants.
She too is addicted?
I'm addicted to lawn and garden department at Home Depot.
Yeah, so
Oh
that
my
whole credit card thing
gosh.
she's talking about, that makes sense for her. Like she's turned on by the plants and she's actually
Right.
addicted to plants as well.
This is something she should discuss with her therapist in detail.
Yeah, this seems like an unhealthy job for her. She should leave right away.
Yes, whatever great amount of money they pay her there in the garden department at Home Depot, it's probably not worth it.
We are the nursery experts. We can help you with anything that you need.
All right.
Sure.
Well, now that we've looked at this, what do you think of this commercial as a whole? Let's go back real quick and
do
just
you love plants? Home Depot's the place to go.
Our garden apartments are gorgeous.
so like from a marketing perspective, how do you feel about this?
It's weird. It's like I feel like both Lowe's and Home Depot have voiceovers now, like professional voiceovers of people you've heard of. Like Gene Hackman used to do like the Lowe's commercials. I don't know if he still does,
Yeah.
but I kind of like those more. They're like a lot more professional. This one feels like it was like slapped together by some flower addict.
Right. Yeah. I guess they were promoting plants only through this
Perennials,
commercial.
annuals, bushes, shrubs, trees. It's so big you go out and it looks like a jungle.
You see green.
Yeah. So they're trying to showcase like all the variety they have, and there's just so much to choose from. Where I guess that's the whole dream of any middle-aged suburban family, right? They go to Home Depot for the entire Saturday and they get to go to a jungle and be able to see all the different variety. Is that what appeals to them? I really don't know.
Yeah, I feel like, especially for places that have like a long winter, like they come out of that winter and they want to see like the beauty that like isn't a part of winter. So it's like, this is exciting. I feel like my first time living in the Midwest, I feel like I got a sense of this on like commercials and stuff like that. Like, oh, it's almost like patio weather in spring, patio
Right.
furniture's on sale. So something to it. Might not mean the same thing like down south.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Yeah, I remember that up there. It's the climate dictates a lot of things.
Lovers will love Home Depot.
We have a guarantee with our plans, 1-year guarantee. If you ever have a problem with it, you bring it back.
I mean, I get the whole guarantee thing. That's a huge selling point, but still back to what we were saying earlier. It's like, I don't know how that can be related to plants. How would you actually judge a plant's, I guess, I don't even know really what the word is. Like, how would you judge that and figure out, oh, okay, yeah, it's been less than 1 year. We can go ahead and replace it for you. There's so many variables that come into play when a plant would die.
I know when we've taken care of plants, it was 100%. If it messed up, it was 100% operator error. It was not like it was on the company that gave it to us.
Right.
Like
right.
very rarely. Sometimes when you buy like fruit and stuff or vegetables at the store, I'll bring them back home. I'm like, this did lasted a day. There's no 1-year warranty on that stuff. I'll tell you that.
Right.
So I feel like it's operator error. That's like my general sense of like what it is.
Yeah, I agree. I just don't know how they can even honor that warranty. It's crazy.
Truckloads of plants in.
It's sales. I'm sure they're just like, oh, but
All the
can't
time.
do it because of the leaf color.
Home Depot. We are the nursery experts. We can help.
And the whole low prices are just the beginning. That's a good tagline. Like, I don't think that's theirs anymore, though. This is from 98.
Yeah, I don't think they use that. Let's see. I'm trying to think of like, it was like more savings, more doing. I think.
Yeah, that's right. More savings.
And
More
Lowe's has something else, like get on in here or something.
right. That sounds right, too. Yeah. Well, good.
Where
All
have
right.
you been?
Home Depot. All right. Let's go to another one here. So this is Trulicity. I haven't even watched this yet. So let's take a look at what this is about.
Let's play. It's long. Let's do it.
I can do more to lower my A1C.
I don't even know what A1C is.
And I take Trulicity once a week to activate my body to release it.
Okay.
Release what? Ugh.
Yeah, I don't want to know what she's releasing from her body. That's like the third person.
Toxic gas.
No good.
Like it's supposed to. Trulicity is not insulin. It comes in a once weekly, truly easy to use pen. The pen where you don't have to see or handle a needle. And it works 24/7.
So this releases insulin?
Yes, I think
This is
it's
for
maybe it's like
diabetics.
souped up EpiPen.
Got it, diabetic. She and the guy from the first, this dude, that's what he goes around wearing a t-shirt with those words. It's like, that's kind of weird, man.
Kind of it's bragging in certain circles, right? In certain
Yeah.
diabetic circles, like
that
my
is a
body can do
brag.
this, your body can't do shit.
That's a brag. All right, let me go back to where we were.
Where were we?
Needle. And it works 24/7.
Trulicity is a once weekly injectable medicine.
She works there?
in adults
Yeah.
with type 2
Well, she's a
Some kind of like sushi
chef.
bakery?
No, it looks like a sushi place. Because yeah, if she worked at a bakery and she's a diabetic, it's like, what are you doing? Like,
Fair.
that's a problem.
This guy looks very official. Is probably her boss, right? Do you think he's happy with the way that she's dressed?
No, I'm actually pretty happy with the way he's dressed for sure.
He looks very authoritative, and I like
Yeah,
that
he
hat
does. Well, he also has that power pose, right, with his
with the hands on the hips.
hands on his hips there. So he's definitely in charge. He wanted to make
Sheila,
sure.
I think we need to talk.
Yeah,
Your
Sheila.
outfit is not professional. You're showing that much bicep. You're going to scare off the customers.
size. It should not be the first medicine.
It's not insulin.
Or for people with type 1 diabetes.
It's not approved for any kid.
It's not approved for type 1 diabetes, it said.
It's not approved for diabetes. It's not insulin. Is that what it say? Type 1 diabetes?
Do not take Trulicity if you have a personal or family history of medullary thyroid cancer.
Don't you love the voice of the person who's like giving you these like death
Oh,
threats?
yeah.
They're like, don't take it if you look at things with your
The
eyes
amount
or
of
you breathe
exclusion,
air with your
the amount
mouth.
is just unreal. It's like if you breathe air, if sunlight hits your face sometimes. Don't take it if you have a family. It's like, wait a second. Yeah.
It's a very specific set of people,
Yeah.
but it's not like a harsh warning. It's like, hey, I want to let you
Hey,
know
yeah,
you're going to die a horrible death if you look at these pills. It's like, well,
that
don't
kind of
say it that
softens the
way.
blow. Softens the blow a bit, right?
You have to say it. Yeah, it's like you have to say it in such a way, like if there was an emergency and I came into your house and was like, listen, don't take this because of this, you
Right.
would get the message. You're like, hey, man, house is on fire. It's all good.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
that don't match up. You got to match tone
They
with
don't.
message.
I don't feel the fear of taking this thing.
And you should.
Yeah, you should.
But
You
look
should
at all the
definitely-
light colors. Don't you feel pleasant when looking at this ad?
Sure. I feel like I want to go get it right now because of her voice alone. Yeah.
But don't take it if you breathe air.
If you're
Right.
allergic to
Sunlight,
Trulicity,
family, all those things.
stop Trulicity
Not going to be good for any of that.
right away. If you have a
And they always show like the person, that they're basically, it's like this is the persona of who we're targeting. They always show them in different areas of their life and at their job. What was she doing earlier? She was just outside doing some stuff, and now she's
She
like
was just showing off that pen.
she's having a great fucking time now. She's at some party now, about to go dance because she took Trulicity.
stop Trulicity.
Right. She wouldn't be able to be there if it wasn't for that pen.
She never would have found the confidence to go and grab that woman's hand to go ask her to dance if she didn't have Trulicity.
Definitely not. And this guy in the background's interested in what these two women are going to do, which is fair. It's
Look
probably
how
might be
creepy this
interesting.
guy's face is. He knows what they're
He
doing.
looks creepy.
Yeah.
Is that the guy from earlier? No.
Severe
It's
stomach
not recommended for people. What did that say?
rash, or trouble breathing. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with a sulfonyl.
Pancreatitis. That's a side effect of a drug?
Yeah. What is that, like abnormal functioning of the pancreas?
I guess. I'm not a doctor, but that's what I've heard.
Yeah.
That's a side effect of a drug.
Increases your risk for low blood sugar. Common side effects include nausea, diarrhea, vomiting, decreased appetite.
So I want
Nausea. So exiting through the mouth or exiting through the butt.
I want you to think about this situation. This woman is in her,
Oh no.
I don't know, maybe
I know where you're driving.
Probably
Don't drive there.
imagine her taking Trulicity and just her body evacuates her bowels so aggressively. And can you imagine how devastating that is to her home, to her family, right?
You just imagine like the picture of those people where they're like holding their butt as they're walking
They're
away.
bracing.
That's not going to do anything. If that's leaving, it's going to leave.
But they got to brace because there's such impact, right? And imagine
It
her,
sound like a nuclear weapon.
imagine her like 3 a.m. in the morning having to get out of bed and run to the bathroom because Trulicity produced such extreme aggressive diarrhea. Like, can you ever think about that? Aggressive, yeah, intense, and it's always an emergency. My favorite one is devastating.
You're killing me, bro. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. And so it's like, but see, that's the same thing we were talking about earlier, is like if you say this could cause just exiting,
Yes.
a mass exodus of, waste from your body, you can't say it like, hey,
This might cause
violent exiting. It's
a
gonna
little
happen.
bit of diarrhea. It's like
You gotta
that's
give me a strong
such
message.
an extreme event for her,
Yes.
Fire, pure fire.
So wait, before you press pause, before you press start, look at that sentence down there. That's true anytime.
Any time of the day.
That's
That is
true
exactly-
with water anytime.
If you drink it, your chances of dehydration go down. But that's all the time.
They go
All
down.
the time. They go down.
That's not even have anything to do with Trulicity. That's just like, hey, I don't know if you knew this, but when you ingest fluids, good for your hydration level. Thanks,
Wow.
Trulicity.
Thank you, Trulicity.
Thanks for that PSA. We appreciate it.
Digestion. Some side effects can lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems.
To help lower my A1C, I choose Trulicity to activate mine with it. Ask your doctor if once weekly Trulicity is right for you.
My within.
Terms and conditions apply. Like if
Yeah.
you breathe air and you're a human being and you take this, you will cease to breathe air and live.
Right. It's like
Trulicity.
yeah,
For the death in all of us.
with Trulicity, eating food might reduce the chances of hunger. Thank you, Trulicity. Yeah.
Where would we be without you?
Right. Well,
It's
anyway,
so strong, only once a week.
it's definitely a long commercial. Overall, though, did anything kind of stick out to you from like an ad perspective on why they did certain things?
Any of these ads, I feel like there was one actually, I don't know, remember the commercial, but there's one filmed in Austin because I recognized like that pedestrian bridge that goes across the Colorado.
Yeah.
Everything is always light colors. It's always super pleasant. It's always springtime. You know that jungle at Home Depot in that commercial we just did? It's always like that.
Right.
It's like, your drug ain't that fucking great. You made it in some laboratory, and you don't give a shit about these people because you're like, oh, hey, death might ensue if you look at the packaging. So it's like, it's effective, I'm sure, for people who are in the market for it, but I do notice they always use light colors, and any of the warnings are always like in the most pleasant tone, but they're always, if you listen to it, it's like, that sounds awful.
Yeah.
Worse than what I have.
Yeah. They tend to do that. And yeah, they are really extreme side effects for like and not an over the counter, but a prescribed medicine regardless. It's like, that's really extreme. Like pancreatitis, that sounds horrible. Like that's a problem when you take this, potentially when you'll get that if you take this drug.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But I know what you mean. They always show the person throughout their daily life. I guess that really resonates with consumers because it's like, oh, I'm a normal person too, and I need to take this drug as well.
Yeah, I can operate my everyday life now because of this. And I
Right.
go to parties. And it's like, if they just showed you in your cubicle and you're able to do that well, it's really not like what people want to highlight. They don't even want to go there to begin with, it's my guess. So it's
Right.
like, oh, you're at a catering event, you're at a party, you're in some office, you're outdoors.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. Yeah, that's true. I'm just curious that there's all the same across every pharma commercial. It's a very similar format.
It's scary.
Yeah. And so she chooses it at the end, and it's always at the end. You got to talk to your doctor, of course. I think they even gave like a discount at the end as well.
See if you can start Trulicity for $25 a month for your first 2 years. I don't know where that subsidy would come from. Maybe like the drug companies have to give a subsidy based on, I don't know. I don't want this person to die, obviously, and I'm sure there are positive things about Trulicity, but it's
Right.
seems a little suspect.
It's an injection. That sounds pretty horrible as well. You only see her
Dulaglutide.
though. You only see her, like everyone else at the first. You don't see it all.
Yeah, that is interesting. Like, she's like the main star. Those other people, why do you even? I wonder why you need them.
I don't know. Diversity, right? Black,
Yeah,
white, and then she was, I guess, white. No, she looked like
Hispanic,
Hispanic or something.
Hispanic white.
I don't know. But yeah, you always get diversity up at the diversity card. It's very important in these ads. All right.
For sure.
Well, let's move on to the last one here. Farmers only. So this one is called Lonely Acres.
Man.
Yeah, right off the bat, Lonely Acres, the music that comes in. He's clearly a very lonely man, but he's a hardworking man.
Absolutely. It's been a hard day's work. He had a hat on. It's great.
Yeah, he had a hat on. He was, definitely doing a lot of hard work there. I think there was an animal out there with him, which makes him likable.
Definitely.
Horse.
Now, that animal's not his. It's actually lost.
Yeah,
he stole it from his neighbor, but it is still out there. Oh, yeah. Check out the hair.
Where are all the country girls?
First
Where
off,
are they?
let's think about this. He's like, where are they? And if you look at the name of the bar, what's it called?
I didn't even see it. What was it?
Let's go ahead.
Like No Girls Allowed or something?
No, I wouldn't say it would attract
only?
a lot of women. There he is. Dead Rat Saloon. You want to go there?
Yeah, you're really missing the mark there, marketing-wise.
Yeah, it's like, where are all the women? It's like they don't want to come to Dead Rat Saloon.
You think they're going to get all gussied up to go to the old
Gussied
DRS?
And look at this. It's in the middle of nowhere as well.
So where are the women? Of course they're not anywhere.
They're at farmersonly.com.
They're inside that website?
So this right here is where they definitely cut, and this turns into a commercial for only homosexuals. What do you think?
Okay, so if you like switched it here and you had like
Right.
malefarmersonly.com or something?
It should. That would be really a brilliant move. I mean, it goes from where's the women? They're not here, but there are two men here. So we'll see.
And then you hear like, bow, 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 bow,
right.
bow, bow, bow.
I guess he gets on the website here.
Oh, he just joined. The speed at the speed of return on that is like lightning.
Yeah, and they're all fairly attractive too. They're all country girls, definitely country girls.
And notice how they're playing pool underneath the Budweiser light. I've always loved Budweiser.
I like Budweiser better than Budweiser.
Delicious. This Budweiser, you've heard of it maybe, but Budweiser, the queen of beers.
Delicious. Yeah. Interesting. And they're all attractive. That's how it works on all these dating websites. All the girls are attractive.
And available and don't have their message box full of people
definitely not.
That are turkeys.
Definitely not. Definitely not. Yeah. I like this. He's like, shit.
Whoa.
I've seen that. Yeah. There it is. Cheers.
Why are they only drinking out of red cups? Don't you want to know about that at a bar? Do they bring those cups in?
Yeah. What a time they're having. So like, yeah, first off, that's a great point. It's like that bartender let all the men with their own drinks they brought from outside. So he's not going to make any money.
I think the DRS has a pretty strict no outside cup policy that's not being honored, and I think we should talk to them about it.
I didn't see a sign for that though, but yeah, it's pretty impressive what's going on here. They're all attractive. They're all there, and they already have a jingle that they all rehearsed it. They had it in sync, and they were ready to go.
They're completely choreographed singing, and they don't even know each other, and they're all on the website. They've been brought in.
From a website to here.
It's pretty incredible.
And his reaction, he's just like, I can't believe this.
How could that be?
Look at that.
How could that be that I just press this button and women just sprint to the DRS?
The DRS.
The old Dead Rat Saloon.
I cannot believe it's called that. He's like, where are all the women? It's like, they're not going to come
right here. Does he get access to all of those, or does he split it with the bartender? How does that work?
He gets all of them. The bartender's gay. Remember, that's what we were talking about.
That's right. From the previous commercial.
Yeah, he was happy there was no girls at the bar when the guy asked them, and then it switched over to all these girls arrived.
He should have never the bartender should have never given that guy his phone. Otherwise, they'd be getting together. Right. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
That's almost 1 million views. Jeez.
Yeah, there's other ad brothers like us making fun of it.
Maybe. But what do you think of this? Is it pretty in line with what you'd think for a Farmers Only commercial?
I feel like most of their commercials are this kind of way. I think they've gotten even like more like outlandish, which I guess works. There's 1 million views on this thing.
Right.
So
yeah,
it clearly works. It hits a certain note. I mean, you do kind of, in somewhere in your brain, if you like get on this app, you kind of want women to show up instantly, right? So it's like,
right. That's
even though everyone knows that's not going to happen, obviously, but like I do think you kind of want the simplicity, but like, boop, how can I shop here? Let's go. So I think that's like super clever. I wonder if Dead Rat Saloon's like a joke, or I feel like the Farmers Only people that make these, I feel like maybe they're in a little bit on the joke. Maybe, is that possible?
I hope so. I mean, they're not great. But yeah,
but I feel like he hits a farmer's note, right? He looks like a farmer. If I'm going to categorize him that way.
What's up?
If I feel like if I'm going to categorize him that way, he looks like a farmer.
Right, but it's not Farmers Only. I mean, they have plenty of other country people. It's like country for people that like kind of live out in the country, and they want other people that like they have, they like to go mudding, and they ranch, and they have cattle and all that stuff. That's
for sure. That's mudding without a G at the end.
No G. It's gone.
No G. I thought that was correct.
No G.
Yeah, and those signs in the background, they've really been cut off. I feel like it's kind of like, it's weird. It's like you see some of these commercials and you're like, they only put $9 into it, but they kind of didn't want to spend a lot on it, but it still does the job. So it's not like it's going to win some, I don't even know what the name of the advertising awards are. It's not going to win an advertising award.
Not supposed to. I mean, I bet it hits their target audience, right? I mean, they keep playing it, so I imagine it's working.
Simple. They need to work on their neon signs. I feel like a lot of those have been cut off. I'm sure that's because Bud Light and Budweiser doesn't want to be.
Definitely intentional. Look at all their signs. Yeah, they're all cut off. They don't have to.
But I'm telling you, Budweiser is delicious.
Yeah, Budweiser, and then back there. You can see that in the upper left.
Lee.
Lee, yeah.
Kind of Asian beer.
Yeah, it's Asian. It's an Asian
And then
knockoff.
there's like something in the background that I can't really see. And then if you look at the light behind the Budweiser light, I think that's an Amber Bock light. Didn't we used to drink that in Texas? Ziegenbock?
Yeah, Ziegenbock. That's right. Yeah.
Ziegenbock. Or in that commercial, it would be Ziegenbo
Yeah, probably Ziegenby. Yeah.
or
I
Ziegenbock.
can't even see it there.
No worries.
Well, yeah. Join for free. It's
Join
always
for
going to
free.
be free. I mean, I don't even
Click
know
for
what
free,
this-
join for free, instantaneous women.
Right. Always instantaneous. Well, good. That's what we covered. What? Home Depot, Trulicity, and Farmers Only.
When you and I dive in the water and just start swimming, success ensues.
That's right. That's right.
For sure.
Good. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next episode.
See you guys.